my channel. I hope you all are doing well and I hope you guys are enjoying the sale season because it is going on in full swing. There's so many sales happening right now, especially the Nykaa Pink Friday sale. So I thought, you know what, let's sit down with you guys and talk to you guys about some amazing products when it comes to skincare, hair care and beauty tools that I feel are a must have in your life, and they're great irrespective of any sales. But of course, if you can get some extra discount on it, then there's nothing better than that. Now I have partnered up with Protouch and Foxtale for a portion of this video to showcase some amazing products from them that you will end up falling in love with it as well. But I have really worked hard to curate this list to cut it down to things that I feel are so amazing and you can't really replicate them much. So without any further ado, if you want to know some amazing products that you can get this sale season, then please keep on watching. Let's start this video off with a bang. I have Protouch Airshot Hair Multi Styler, which is a blow drying and styling tool with different attachments to give you multiple hairstyles without a lot of heat damage. Now let's address the elephant in the room. This is an alternative for Dyson Airwrap, no doubt, and you guys know I love my Airwrap, but dare I say that this is actually slightly better than the Airwrap, and you'll know exactly why in just a bit. But this is what the outer packaging looks like. It comes in a very sturdy cardboard box with a magnetic clasp on top, and you have all of the information you need on the box itself. But that is everything about the packaging. Let's get to the actual styler now because that is the star of the show. So this is what the tool looks like without any attachments on top of it, and this is pretty sleek and I love this color as well. It's so beautiful. It's a mix between golden and silver, and anyone and everyone will end up loving this one. Let's talk about the front panel where you have the on and off switch. On top of that you have the temperature control button, and you can go from 30 degrees Celsius to 120 degrees Celsius. Then we have the fan button, and we do have 3 different fan settings in here. And lastly you have a cool shot button that will dispense cooler whenever you press it. Now there are more features in this body, but I'm going to keep that aside for a while and talk about the attachments for a bit because I want to leave the element of surprise for the end. So firstly, of course, you get a normal blow dryer attachment to give you a sleek blowout. Then you also have a brush attachment to give you a voluminous blowout. Then of course, I have my favorite right here, the curling rod that uses Quanda air to wrap your hair around it. And honestly, no matter how many times you see it, it never gets any less magical to automatically see your hair getting wrapped around it. You have 2 of these for 2 different directions, so you can get outward or inward curls depending on what you prefer, and you will get the most gorgeous bouncy ribbon curls with these that I absolutely love, and these actually do last on my hair. I would suggest starting with damp hair if you want to get a really long lasting result. And lastly, we have the smoothing attachment that will take care of your baby hair and frizz and tame them down to give you the smoothest blow dry of your life. Those were all of the attachments, and as I told you, we have one more feature to go through when it comes to the body of the Airshot, and this is what sets it apart. You can actually see 2 locks on the back of the body, and when you press these down and turn it around, you can actually get a 90-degree angle with this one, which is so amazing because this makes sure that you can easily style the back of your hair without actually doing an arm workout. It honestly makes styling your hair so much more easier because of the different angles you get in here. Plus we also have a swivel cord, so you don't have to twist and turn around, and the cord is pretty long, so even if you have very few plug points around you, you can easily style your hair. Overall, I highly recommend the Air Touch. It has a fraction of a cost at what Airwrap is and gives you more. Moving on to Foxtale, I will be talking about 2 different products. One of these is something that I have been talking about since a while now because I absolutely love it, and the second product is a newer launch that I've fallen in love with. But before that, I have to quickly tell you guys that Foxtale right now is running a flat 30% off across all their products during the Nykaa Pink Friday sale, and the fact that you can get freebies if you shop above rupees 549. I mean, discounts and freebies are my 2 favorite words, so I don't think I need to give you guys more reasons to check out Foxtale during the Nykaa Pink Friday sale. And if you need my recommendations, here they are. Firstly, I have in the Limelight Super Glow Moisturizer, and that name totally gives it away. But let's start off with the texture, which is a beautiful, rich, luxuriant texture that's very emollient, but it's not heavy or greasy on the skin whatsoever. It gets absorbed super quickly and gives you this gorgeous sunlit glow from within that makes you feel like you're in the limelight. Not only does this work instantly on your skin by giving you this gorgeous glow, it also works on your skin in the longer run. It has ingredients like vitamin C, niacinamide and peptides. All are amazing for your skin to ensure that your skin is much more even toned, it has lesser texture and just overall much more healthier as well. Now this is great for the upcoming winter season as well because of how rich and luxuriant it is. It will make sure you have absolutely zero dry patches or flakiness on your skin. My second recommendation from Foxtale comes from a category that I absolutely love, and I just told you guys these are a slightly newer launch. So this makes me so excited to share this with you guys. I have their brightening lip balms with me right here, which do come in 4 different variants that I will be swatching out for you guys in just a bit. But let's talk about these lip balms first because they deserve the spotlight. I love the texture of this one. It's so cushiony, so moisturizing. It almost feels like a gloss, and you will see that in the swatches in just a bit. But this also has SPF 13 here, so your lips would be sun protected, while it also has some other amazing ingredients that would make sure that your lips also are repaired and healed. We have vitamin C, we have peptides, we have hyaluronic acid multisphere. So this is super duper moisturizing. But let's go through the variants that we have here. We have clear glaze with a vanilla flavor in there. Now this one has no color whatsoever, but this would give you the shiniest mirror like lips. Then we have pink glaze with a bubblegum flavor in there, and this is a bright pink color that I absolutely love. Next up we have ruby glaze with berry flavor in there, and this is a stunning red. Like, the pigmentation on this one is beyond anything I've ever seen. And lastly, I have light mauve glaze with a caramel flavor in there, and this is perfect for your no makeup days. Overall, these lip balms just blew my mind away, and I'm sure if you get them, you will be obsessed as well. Next up, I want to talk about another beauty tool because I feel like I rarely talk about them, and I truly think they deserve the attention. So I have this Agaro skin scrubber with me right here, and I did talk about it over on my shorts, but I feel like it deserves the long form attention as well. Basically, this is a blackhead remover, and you have different settings in here, so you can use any of those. It also comes with different silicone pads that you can apply on top to scrub your skin, but I just use the steel spatula to remove my blackheads, and this makes my blackheads pop out like no one else's business. I just squeeze my nose a little bit, and I just put a little bit of pressure with this steel spatula, and every blackhead, whitehead just comes popping out, and this makes my skin so super smooth. Now I have a lot of whiteheads, blackheads and clogged pores on my nose, so I need to constantly keep them clean. And yes, I do chemically exfoliate, but you know, pores are like pores. They will attract gunk and dirt and sweat and sebum, and they will clog. So something like this comes in very handy dandy when I need something to work much more instantly than how a chemical exfoliation would work. While we are on the topic of exfoliation, I feel it's only fair I talk about one of my most favorite chemical exfoliants of all times. I mean, I've been using this since centuries now. Maybe not centuries, I'm not a vampire, but you get my drift. I've been using this since a while, and I've emptied bottles and bottles of this, and I truly think it deserves all of the love and hype it gets. I'm talking about PIXI Glow Tonic, and this is a glycolic acid based toner with a 5% strength in there, and I have a jumbo bottle right here because I freaking love it so much. I've already used so much of this one up as well. It will take me forever and a half to finish this up, but I am on the path to that. Now coming to this product right here, I know there's a lot of fear mongering when it comes to glycolic acid in Indian skins, but trust me, I've never heard anyone say bad things about glycolic acid when they've actually used this. You can have mixed reviews about this. I absolutely love it. You can hate it, but what I'm telling you is glycolic acid is fine to be used on Indian skins. Now I know Ordinary also has something like this, but their strength is 7%, and I feel personally it's a little too strong for me. 5% is my sweet spot, and I actually use this all over my body. You can use it anywhere where you have bumpy, lumpy skin, and I have a lot of ingrown hair on my elbows, and you can also use it on your underarms to keep odor away and make sure your underarms are also exfoliated. And that's why the 5% strength is so important, because I feel 7% sometimes can be a little too much for sensitive skin types, and this is just my most favorite chemical exfoliants. I mean, you can already see how much I've used such a jumbo size up of it as well, and this is a beautiful product. It's a cult favorite, and it's a cult favorite for a reason. If you've never tried a glycolic acid toner, this might be slightly strong for your first one, so you can go with this, but use it like once or twice a week and then build your resistance from there. Now I have a clay mask to talk about, and that too from a luxury brand. I never thought this day would come that I would be recommending a costly clay mask, because I believe in Multani Mitti supremacy. Okay, so for me, I feel like Multani Mitti can do the job, and I don't need to spend that much on a clay mask. But this one changed my mind, and how. I am talking about Sulwhasoo's Herbal Clay Purifying Mask, and I have used so much of this up. I feel like I am more than halfway done with this, and there's a reason for that. It has never let me down. Whenever my skin is feeling rough, okay, rough, and I'm not talking just texture, I'm talking overall skin health. Whenever I feel like I have a acne breakout coming in, or just overall it's just feeling clogged and just mushed up, this has come to my rescue. I cannot recommend this one enough. This is such a beautiful clay mask. I don't know what they've put in it. I mean, I could read the ingredients up for sure, but this is Mind blowing, guys. If there's only one clay mask you want to buy, and if you can splurge on it, and if you want to get it on a discount because right now it is on a discount, then this one has to be it. This is such a beautiful clay mask, and I don't know how I'll go back to my multani mitti after being spoiled by it. I feel like we are living during a time when there's a sunscreen revolution happening. While the awareness is much needed, the fact that we literally have a sunscreen launching every single minute is honestly maddening. However, there was one sunscreen launch that hit it out of the park for me, and it is the Garnier Super UV Invisible Air Mist Sunscreen. Now, this makes it to my list because this tackles the issue of reapplication, especially on top of makeup. Now, everyone keeps on talking about how important it is to reapply your sunscreen, but no one really gives you solutions. And I know there are sun sticks out there that you can apply on top of your makeup. I am particularly not that girl, and I know there are powder sunscreens as well, but again, they're not as effective. Something like this is just so much more easier, and I know there are other spray sunscreens out there in the market. Moha has one, 52 Sundays has one, but 52 Sundays is more like a one pump, one pump, one pump kind of a thing, and Moha actually tells you to take it in your hand and then apply it. So this you can actually apply directly on your face. My only word of caution would be don't breathe while you are applying this, especially don't inhale while you're applying this, because at the end of the day this is an aerosol, so you don't want to be doing that. But this has absolutely zero white cast on your skin, and this is super easy to apply on top of your makeup as well. If you don't trust me, I'm going to do it right now for you, and you can easily reapply it whenever you want. This would give you ample sun protection without just giving you a hassle of reapplication. My last skincare recommendation obviously has to be a makeup remover balm. I feel like no matter how good of a skincare routine you follow, if your skin is not properly cleansed, it won't make any difference because your pores would be always clogged. And if you are a heavy sunscreen user, especially a mineral one, you still need a cleansing balm because mineral sunscreens can clog your pores. So I have the Quench Moisturiser Dirt Dissolving Cleansing Balm. As the name suggests, this is made not only for the days when you're wearing makeup but also for the days when you're not wearing makeup, because this would make sure any sweat, sebum, dirt that's clogged in your pores can be cleansed out properly. When we talk about its makeup removing abilities, that is top notch. This is a very soft textured balm that melts onto your skin like butter. It turns into this oil and removes all of the makeup. There is no residue on the skin whatsoever, and emulsifies down with water very easily. There is no film on the skin, there is no greasiness on the skin. Even if you're not wearing makeup, this would ensure no gunk is left on your skin, and I highly recommend this one. And finally, I'm going to be sharing my hair care recommendations. Now, while these recommendations are great for all seasons, I feel especially for right now when we are going to be stepping into winters, these are going to be a must have in your vanity and your hair care routine, and you'll know why exactly in a second. My first recommendation is Anomaly's dry shampoo. Trust me when I say this, I have tried so many dry shampoos, from more high-end versions to more affordable versions, and I've liked a lot of them in the past. I've talked about them, but ever since I've tried this, I've not gone back to any of those. It has such a lightweight texture because it's super finely milled, gives you almost zero white residue while taking away all the extra oil and sebum and giving you a very fresh scalp. Now, this does not even feel like it's clogging up my scalp and giving me a lot of build-up. However, I would recommend you wash it off the next day, and that is why I said this is a must-have for your winter hair care. And I always feel like dry shampoos are made more for winters than for summers, because washing your hair in winter time is literally the biggest task that I don't want to undertake, and extending it for a day or two is the biggest blessing that I am here to take. So this dry shampoo is a must-have. It's so beautiful, so lightweight. It also has a lot of scalp loving ingredients, so it's great for that. But overall, I could not recommend this one enough to you guys. And finally, now for my last recommendation, I have a hair serum to talk about that comes from Minimalist. It is their Frizz Control Complex Hair Serum. Now, I have recommended this serum to you in the past, and I will continue talking about it because I feel like this one deserves so much more hype than what it is getting right now, because this is one hell of a heavy duty serum, especially for the upcoming winter season when we tend to get so much static because of sweater and the weather. This will ensure that all of that craziness can be tamed down. We don't have so much frizz and so much static. This is such a beautiful serum. This also has SPF 13 there, so extra sun protection. Obviously, this can't be your only sun protection method because literally you need 1 or 2 drops, and that's why I said this is one heavy duty serum. If you go overboard with the usage, your hair can end up looking oily, but then it can be just a nice pre-wash treatment for your hair because this has a lot of hair conditioning ingredients in here as well. However, I would recommend just go in with 1 or 2 drops and just smooth it out throughout your hair, and your hair will look so much more manageable, so much more frizz free. It's such a beautiful serum. So if you have frizzy hair or you just want to tame that winter static, you need this serum in your life. But with that, I'm done with my recommendations. I really try to curate a very minimal list of things that I feel are an absolute must have and would be worth your money and your time as well. But that's gonna be it from my side. Do let me know what are you shopping this sale season so I can check it out as well. But I'll see you guys next time. Till then, take care. I love you all so much. Bye.